Well, hello, Scorpio. This is Lisa from The Right Guidance, here to bring in some guidance for you for September 2019. I'd like to be able to cover your life in general by using During Virtue and Riley Valentine's Angel Tarot cards. And then I'd like to bring in some love and relationship guidance from using, upside down, my love pack. All right. I am trying to get the feedback that people prefer to see a table. I'm trying to figure out a setup by using my laptop, since the last 3 times I've tried to record, it has stopped halfway. So for those of you who didn't get your reading last week and you're wondering what the hell, it's because my iPhone literally was stopped recording around 13 minutes, and it wasn't a storage thing, it just stopped. So I'm trying with the laptop and let's see what happens. So I've already asked your angels and guides to step forward to bring in clear and accurate guidance for you, Scorpio, for the month of September 2019. I'd like to be a conduit for this channeled guidance. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and help me grow. I'm used to a Facebook platform, but I'm trying to grow here on YouTube. So if you wouldn't mind helping a girl out, that would be awesome. All right, I'm just going to put the cards here for now until I can grab all the cards that we need, Scorpio. So I know I have a lot of Scorpio people that watch the videos. So welcome. I'd love feedback. For those of you who'd like to give it, you could obviously comment here on YouTube, and you could go on my Facebook page for those of you who are part of that, of the same name, The Right Guidance, and offer me feedback there, or a private message works too. Because if I can offer any advice to you personally, I would love to do that. Okay. If you would like a personal reading from me, you can reach out to me, therightguidance@gmail.com. All right, I've got your relationship message, and I have your messages for you in general. Scorpio, where should we start first? I'm going to start with general. You probably want me to go relationships, but you're going to have to trust my process, friend. All right, those of you who are new, I don't really pay much mind. I am channeling in your messages, so I don't really need an interpretation of the card. I will still read it for, other readers who do follow my channel. There's a lot of us who watch each other's work, so I will still, and of course I know how you know how to read the cards, but this is channeled a little different than how you would read this specific, like say 10 of air. Okay, now this one here is you deciding to move on, okay, from a situation. This could be a job, this could be a relationship, this could mean all sorts of things, Scorpio. And you can see here there's a couple beautiful unicorns leading the way, and the rest are turning their back. And it could obviously mean that a situation has turned its back on you. Could be the loss of a job, the loss of an identity of, we all kind of label ourselves based on what it is we do. So maybe you are moving away from a certain career. You could be moving away from family, and it might not be a bad thing, but you could be also moving away from a romantic relationship, and we'll see what happens in the remainder of the reading. But this is you, the end of a difficult situation for you, okay? So you moving away. Let's see what else is happening in your world, Scorpio. We have the ego. Someone might be wearing a false mask in your relationship. This could also be you, okay? So I don't want anyone to get upset. I'm not here to upset anybody, but sometimes we hype ourselves up a little bit. I mean, we're all guilty of doing that. I think they said a certain percentage of the stories we tell about ourselves are not true, okay? And that could be positive or negative. But this is, a false sense of entrapment. The ego only lives when it is knocking us down and making us feel like we're not good enough. So it could mean that you or someone in your life could be wearing a false mask, pretending to be something that they are not. The card does say a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things and negative or fear-based thoughts. And that is what the ego does. The ego loves to let us know that, maybe you deciding to take that next step and moving away from something isn't going to work out for your highest and best good, right? Let's see what the rest of the cards say, because this is just fear. This is just fear. This could signify, and I'll know from the relationship cards, this could signify someone who's a liar. Let's see what happens, okay? You have the Magician card. This is an amazing, so it's 2 major arcana cards. Right now you have the Magician, and the Magician is a fantastic card. It's you deciding to conjure up a new life for yourself. And again, this could be you moving into a new relationship, away from an old relationship, or an old outdated belief or career path, and you deciding to say, you know what? It's time for something new for me. Okay. So it's saying you're ready. You're absolutely ready. And life is magical, and you have the ability to manifest anything and everything, Scorpio. Good for you. Yep. This is, again, it's very similar card to the first one, okay? Lots of air cards. Now, this is you moving away. This is you leaving the familiar, okay? And again, this could be totally about career, you leaving familiar. So if you were thinking about leaving a career this September, Scorpio, and you were thinking, you know, do I have what it takes? Is it okay to walk away? You have 2 cards of walking away, all right? You have 2 cards that are letting you know. This one does say the illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, and afraid to take action. So don't be a chicken, Scorpio. You got this. It's okay to walk away. Others will still be in contact with you, so you don't have to worry about it being a negative thing. Let's see what else is happening. Oh, Page of Water. This is a fantastic card. I always see this card as this woman, and it could be, of course, you could be male. It's not a gender role in tarot. This is you riding the waves like a champion surfer. And no matter what you put your attention on, Scorpio, I think it's going to come up roses for you, okay? It's that, you know, you have the divine support too with this card. And you can see, you know, that there are, you know, different descriptions on the Page of Water's characteristics. So you could see it as being, use your intuition, okay? Use your artistic ability. You know, it does say sensitive and friendly, but it does say a new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, and heightened psychic abilities. Not my interpretation, though. Okay, I'm just telling you what it says. To me, it's that you have all these things in the water. Okay, so water is emotions. So, of course, we got the feeling here with the Eagle card that you are feeling fearful about this next step, but we have 2 cards that let me know that you are changing your mind about something and walking away from something. I'm not sure if it's a person romantically or if it's life as you know it as far as a career, but it's letting me know that you got so much heavenly support. You being in gold means that you do have the Midas touch for whatever endeavor you are thinking about moving towards, Scorpio. Okay. Look at this. More talk of fear. All right. And the really great thing about this card, not that, you know, don't be worried that it's saying a fearful card. It's not necessarily a negative card. You see the bottom, it does say doubt. And doubt just means, you know, that's ego. Of course, anytime any of us take new steps towards anything, it's scary. Oh my God, it's scary. Of course it's scary. But you know what? This is kind of like, this is the boogeyman, and it doesn't exist. Your fearful thoughts are just your ego trying to hold you back to the familiar. And what you can do is you can hire someone who, you know, if it's a new career, you could hire a business coach. If it's taking new steps, you could hire a life coach like me. You could have someone help you to navigate this new step. Okay. Because life wants to give back to you. It could be a partner or a partnership. This doesn't necessarily mean in romance. This is just that there's a new opportunity where someone would be ecstatic to have you on their team. Okay, for those of you who this reading might be totally about career. So it's that this new opportunity, this new workplace would absolutely be honored to have someone as amazing, and you're going to feel like, hey, this place is amazing. They really value me, and maybe you have been feeling so undervalued this whole time. This could also mean, for those of you who are single, opening yourself up to the opportunity to meet someone and, you know, just feeling like you belong. You know, and you belong in each other's arms. You just feel so naturally calm in their embrace and in their environment. Okay. This card doesn't thrill me so much. And it's not going to be for all of you, Scorpio. But it just looks like, you know, you could, like we talked about that. And I said, I had to see what the other cards were going to show. But we kind of have 2 cards that could be about someone else romantically, that someone is playing you. And it doesn't mean just in romance, but there's a deception going on around you. And this could be friends too, pretending they've got your back and they're relaying everything you're telling them about what you're going through to others when it's none of their business to do so. So asking you to be very aware of who you're trusting, Scorpio, at this time. And really, you should be using your intuition. I think our intuition is never really wrong. Of course, it's natural to be fearful if you are starting a new relationship, but to maybe do your due diligence and really to ensure, perhaps this person's married. You could be interested in someone who's married. Maybe you're deceiving someone. Maybe you're pretending to be something you're not in order to gain the trust of somebody, or you don't believe that you have so much to offer, so you're pretending to be something. It's not necessarily negative. It's just you don't think it's a confidence thing. You don't think that maybe you're good enough, but I'm telling you, you are, of course. But this person, look at this picture, okay? So if this person's, all of a sudden Mr. or Mrs. Wonderful, and you're so totally swept off your feet, but there's a part of you that's like, is this person for real? All right. It's letting you know that, listen, just to use your intuition. Okay. This person could be deceiving you. Especially if you've not met them. If there are other signs, that's why you need to have good girlfriends or guy friends who are going to set you straight. And to me, every guy should have a good friend who's a girl, and vice versa, because we don't mix our messages with our good friends, and we let them know when something seems or feels off. Okay. You have a fear of commitment. Okay. So this could be totally in career. Okay. Because you could be fearful of taking that next step and committing to leaving something and moving to something unfamiliar. Okay. So there's a lot of fear in your reading. Okay, Scorpio, and it's about you using your magician qualities to put yourself back out there and realize that, listen, it's okay. You've got two cards that are telling me that you are choosing to walk away from something familiar. To me, I think it might be career. Of course, it could be a relationship, but you have to make that decision. You can't take the advice from someone, because this is a general reading. All right, but this letting me know that, you have a lot of fearful thoughts. I just want to turn that. It was right side. You have a lot of fearful thoughts, right? All right, and you have someone who's not necessarily looking for the commitment, perhaps, too. So if you are single and you are with someone and you're worried about, them being deceptive, ask them what it is they're looking for. Make sure you guys are on the same page. Okay, because being out there in the dating world, it's not the easiest. It's actually a pretty scary place. I am not a part of any of that, but I know so many people, as soon as they leave a relationship, they are jumping right back into the pool, and you have to kind of do your work. But, of course, it would be lovely if you had, someone who is kind, and if they feel really good and you feel safe, then that's awesome. Okay, but if you're worried about, false masks, someone who's, telling you, the thing is, we don't want to ignore the red flags. If someone's saying to you, like, I never want to be married again, or I can't see myself moving in, and don't think that you're going to be able to change their mind. Because sometimes we stay in things because, like, once they see how wonderful we are, they'll change their mind. No. Make sure that you are on the same page, okay? I know your thoughts might be absolutely valid in fearing the next step in a relationship with someone, because maybe they want you to commit fast. So this is about, to me, this is really about, you're going to have to use your good judgment, okay? And in a career, oh my God, there's a fly that's really just on my last nerve here today. Okay, if you are feeling trapped, okay, you've got to do some work. You could consult whoever you consult. I mean, if you have someone you see, someone like me, that's great. If you, have a good friend and someone you can bounce some ideas off of, that you trust their advice, I would seek someone out, because sometimes we just have to talk about it and get someone else's feedback. But ultimately, you need to make your own decision. You being the magician, though, what is it you want, Scorpio, for your month this month? Okay, because look, you have the opportunities to be totally golden and ride those waves like a champion surfer. But you have got two cards that indicate to me that you're walking away from something familiar. Okay, could be career, could be love. I don't know. This is general. I hope this has helped, Scorpio. As always, I'd love the feedback. Let me know how it resonated. And if I can help you personally, you can send me a message. Ciao for now.